Hi, welcome to Fishing the Midwest. I'm Mike Frisch. Thanks for tuning in. Today I'm at Nelson Auto Center in Fergus Falls, Minnesota, where they have 3 pickup lines. They've got Ram, they've got Ford, and they've got GMC. So when you're in the market for your next tow vehicle, check out Nelson Auto Center. Today we're going to do a how-to episode. It's called Contrasting Bass. We're going to show bass catches in really shallow water as shallow as, say, 15 inches deep. And then we're going to show where bass can be out quite a bit deeper, bass in 15 foot. So it's contrasting bass. Get in the boat, let's go. Today our plan is to exploit a pattern that doesn't get probably as much attention as it should. It's a shallow water pattern for big largemouth bass. And we're talking about water under 3 feet deep. Some of it's 1.5 feet. And what happens in this time of the year is some bass end up ultra shallow. We'll talk about why. And then we're going to show you the ways that we try to catch them, or we think we can catch them. Shallow water bass, shady bass, let's go.
Want some help here?
Yeah. See him?
Yep. Get to him.
Jackson, you want to grab him?
No problem, Mike.
Oh, look at that one. There we go. They're
Look at
fat.
that one, dude.
He's been hit before. Look at sore mouth.
It's a beautiful fish, Mike.
There's a good one, isn't it?
Right underneath that post, hiding on that structure.
Yeah. Not a bad way to start. So what happens this time of the year, is we're into late August now, is on these dirty off-colored lakes, they're not really dirty, just off-colored water lakes, the weeds, which grow typically in the shallows, say from 3 to 7 feet, they start to die. Now there's some bass living in those weeds, but as they die, they don't like the dead weeds, so some of these bass shift up way shallow and they get underneath docks, they get underneath fallen trees, and they get underneath what we call cut banks.
Here you go, Mike.
Come on, boy, get in here. Yes, yes.
Awesome fish.
That was fun.
One-eyed
That was
Willie.
fun. Dirty water dock fishing. One of my favorite ways to catch them.
Probably one of the funnest ways out there to do it.
It is. 381. Nice fish, just about 4 pounds. What these fish are doing under docks, trees, and cut banks is they're relating to the shady cover. They want to be shallow, it's good cover, but they want shade overhead. So we're targeting, again, docks, trees, and cut banks, but we're really keying in on the heavy shade parts in all of those different structural elements. Oh, he's all over the place.
Got yourself a really good one.
See if I can get him this way.
Look at that thing.
Huh?
Look at
Boom.
that one.
Boom.
That is a stud.
Let's put a scale on that one.
Yeah.
Ha! Every once in a while. Blind squirrel, finds a nut.
Got 438.
Yes, sir.
440. Good fish. So today we're mainly targeting some very shallow cover, looking for the shade, looking for the cuts of where those fish might be hiding, looking for where they could potentially be on the docks and just being there ready to eat.
Come on, boy.
Want some help on this one?
Yeah, come on.
Another stud.
Whew.
Look at you go. Another solid 4-pound fish there, Mike.
Exactly. Look how fat they are.
They just grow.
Well,
Thing is
oh my
stout.
God, look at that thing.
Looks like he swallowed a softball.
He did. Better weigh him.
Good old 4.6 fish, Mike.
Biggest one of the day.
Biggest one.
4.6.
Just an absolute stud.
Fishing the Midwest is brought to you by G3 Boats, Yamaha Outboards, Strike King Lure Company, and Lose Fishing.
Fish.
There you go. That's a big one. So we come up to another dock and Mike skips right up underneath it and he goes, fish. And he sets the hook and I turn around and all I see is this fish's mouth wide open in the water. And I'm thinking to myself, holy cow, that's a pig. That's a giant fish.
Yeah, it is. Let me help you out. Big boy.
There you go, Mike.
And this is game on. This is a giant bass from under 2 feet of water. Fish is all over. Jackson comes down to help me try to land the fish.
Oh, that's the size we're catching.
Oh, cow, boy. Get him.
He's all the way up the boat.
Open it up. We get it up. Jackson misses it. It goes back underneath the boat. Eventually it comes up. Good boy. Open him up for me. Got him? Nope. Yep. We got it. Yes.
What a fish, Mike.
Woo-hoo-hoo. Yeah, baby. On the Texas rigged Rage Craw.
That thing just catches fish.
Hell yeah, that thing.
Oh my goodness, Mike. 575.
Whoa.
What a fish.
A quarter, whoops, I thought I had my glass guard on. A quarter of a pound away from 6.
That is a tank
that.
of a fish.
And
look at the belly.
the cool thing, once again, shade, shade, shade. Docks, cut banks, trees,
Right.
you name it.
That fish was a 575. Personally, one of the biggest fish I've ever grabbed for somebody else and the biggest fish I've seen on this lake. Got her, Mike?
Got her.
There we go.
Nice job, Jackson.
That's an awesome fish
Ooh,
right
look
there.
at that one. Had a big one there.
It's got to be close 4.5, 5 pounds, I
That's
think.
pushing 5. Let's find out.
All right.
Nice job, buddy.
Thanks, man. Not quite. Got 437. There she goes.
So Jackson and I are using a variety of lures today. We're using some jigs and we're using some Texas rigs. And we kind of settle on Jackson's favorite is a 1/2 ounce hack attack jig with the craw. That jig skips pretty well. And I'm using a Rage Craw Texas rigged, and we're skipping and pitching and trying to get those baits underneath the docks. You get them underneath the docks, you get them underneath the trees, you get them on the cut banks, you got a chance of catching fish.
Oh, yeah.
Come on, he's in the stuff. Yes. Come on, boy. Give me your mouth.
There we go.
Whew.
Oh, a quality fish. 3.5 pounder.
Think so?
Oh yeah, all day.
Stay down.
Got her there, Mike?
Got her.
Let's go.
Yes, sir.
That's another big one.
Same tree.
Same tree. Sometimes they just reload like that. That shade's a big deal out here.
It's another 4
Yeah,
plus.
that's another high 4-pound fish.
Oh.
What a stud. Oh yeah. 480.
Nice.
What a stud.
Real close to 5 pounds.
Almost a 5-pound fish.
God, look at how thick they are. All of them. And every fish we've caught has been in less than 2 feet of water
Yep.
in shade. Every one of them. Well, there you have it, folks. Shallow, shady cover. Docks, fallen trees, and cut banks, with the common denominator being the shady spots. You put your bait in shade around some cover in just about any lake across the Midwest, but especially in the off-colored lakes, you got a chance of getting bit and you got a chance of catching a big bass.
Fishing the Midwest is brought to you by Hanna's Marine, Explore Alexandria Tourism, Starbright, and Superior Industries.
Welcome back to Fishing the Midwest. Well, as you saw, those fish, those bass can be in really shallow water, but they can be deeper as well. Get in the boat with me. We're going to show you how we target bass in deeper water. Today we're in western Minnesota chasing bass, and we're on a lake that I've got some experience with, fishing a few times every year. And I was out here earlier this week and the bite was really good. But since then we've had a major front come through. We got rain, we got wind, northwest wind, and highs in the 60s the last couple days. So we're anticipating it's going to be a little tougher today, but we're going to do some things that'll help us, we think, catch fish in these conditions. This one, I don't know, they're largemouth. They fight. They dig. That one wants under the boat something fierce. This doesn't get under the boat. Look at him, look at him. We're just all over. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, there's a dandy. That's a dandy right there. That one's over 3 pounds. No question. That is a good one. Let's see what he goes. Weigh him up once. 341. That's a nice fish, 3.5 pounder. All day long. Let's get him back, see if we can get another one. We had a good 3 hours in, and we'd caught one nice fish, one that was, we weighed it, I think it was 3.4 pounds, which is a nice one for out here. And that was the only one that we had, and I decided to go back to the spot where we got that fish because we caught a small fish there too. So we went back there, and wouldn't you know it, the spot was loaded up with bass. And what happened was we got out a little bit deeper. We've been fishing a lot of 8 to 12 foot, the inside weed edge and out into the weeds. Typically on this lake, that's where those fish will be, but they were deeper. They were in 13 to 15 feet in green living coontail. And once we figured that out, we were around a fish. They were the right fish in terms of size, and they were hungry fish. Stay down. Stay down. There we go. Had to work for that one. So I started with a variety of baits. I used a jig and a craw. I used a Texas rig bait. I used a drop shot bait, and trying to find a bait that these fish would hit regularly. And when we got into the deep coontail, what it seemed like they would hit the best was a jig, but not a great big jig. They wanted something a little smaller, a little more compact. So we went to the compact tungsten casting jig by Strike King. It's a 1/2 ounce jig, so it's a little less intrusive when it goes into where the bass live. We still used a Rage craw. We used, shortened up the Rage craw, so we had a short, compact presentation. And that tungsten jig is just a really nice jig. It's got a great hook. And the other part about tungsten that I love is it helps you feel bottom and tell you if you're around rock, sand, gravel, whatever, because it's really dense, and so it really transmits vibrations, and you know what kind of structure you're around. Nice one too. Big boy. Big boy. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Big dog. Big dog. Stay hooked. Stay hooked, pal. Stay hooked. There, we got him. That's a good one there. That's a really good one there. So we have really had to make adjustments today. Big cold front, northwest wind, kicking up pretty good. Any bigger baits, bigger profiles, they really don't want, so we got down to smaller things. So smaller profiles, fishing slower, all right? And when you do that, once in a while you get one of those.
Fishing the Midwest is brought to you by Nelson Auto Center, Distinctive Cabinet Design, Railblaza, and Power Pole.
I don't know how big this one is. Oh, stay down. He's a jumper. Stay down. Well, he's not a 3.5 pounder, maybe a 2 pounder, but he's fun. When it comes to bass fishing, the Lew's brand of rods and reels is top notch. They make a wide variety of rod series for various applications. They've got some for bass, obviously a lot of actions for bass, but they also have some for walleyes, panfish, you name it. Lew's has a rod and reel that you can fish with, and today I used a variety of rods. I used the Custom Light series a lot. Also had a chance to sample the new LFS series, and that LFS series is lightweight, split grip cork handle. I love the handle. It's just a really, really nice rod. The Lew's brand, when it comes to rods, they got them. All right, another, maybe a good one. Staying down. Oh, big one, big one, big one, big one, big one. Yes. Woo-hoo. Look at that. Gone. Top of the roof of the mouth. So, folks, we're on a pattern now. What's happened is we've been up shallow, and not shallow, but 6 to 12 feet. We just dropped out in the 12 to 15 foot. The weeds are a little more sparse out there. They might be still living in greener, and we're finding some big largemouth bass. Not a ton of them, but this is a third of those healthy ones. Let's get her back and get another one. So the last hour, maybe hour and a half, I say to Brian, who's running the camera today, I said, I got him wired. I got him figured out. And I think Brian thinks, hey, he always says that. And maybe I do, but I did have him figured out. And that last hour, as long as we stayed out in that deep green coontail and we got that jig down to the bottom, we had a chance of getting bit. And so I just stayed with it long enough to figure out a pattern. And when you do that, you have a good day, and that's what happened today. Oh boy, I think it was that big, but he came at the boat to start with. We'll boat flip him. Yes, sir. I don't think he's as big as those other three, but he's nice wherever you're from. A 2.5 pounder, just fat, healthy, eats. In addition to being a top-notch rod builder, Lew's really kind of made their claim their stake, or their reputation was built on building bait cast reels, the speed spools. And today I'm using a bait cast reel by Lew's that I have absolutely fallen in love with. It's called the Hyper Mag. It's the second generation of the Hyper Mag. It's a low-profile, lightweight reel, fast retrieve speed, so I can get my bait in quickly and get it back out. But that reel just fits in my hand, and the best part, it is smooth as butter, and it's got a great drag. Come on, boy. Boat flip it. Yeah. Just about too big to boat flip, but we did. 2.5 pounds all day long. Just a nice bass. Well, there you have it, folks. As you can see, the same time during the summer, fish can be really shallow or they can be really deep as well. Hey, from all of us at Fishing the Midwest, thanks for stopping by. We'll see you again next time. Be nice to one another, and as always, remember to include a youngster in your next outdoors adventure.